miltonrubin.com/VOGTLE.
When the cranes go up, the prices go down. Milton Rubin will do whatever it takes. Massive inventory, huge discounts, tremendous savings, and amazing finance deals. Get Rubin to Milton Rubin Superstore.
RightOutBaby.com. Click, click.
You're watching News 12 on your side.
News 12 is on your side with First Alert Weather.
Higher viewing area under severe thunderstorm watches tonight. We have team coverage tracking storms on the First Alert radar network already moving through parts of our area tonight.
A very active radar right now. After another dangerously hot day today, things are about to change dramatically for us. So, Riley, what is it about this setup that makes you more nervous than usual?
Yeah, it's not unusual for us to have a lot of heat and humidity in our atmosphere this time of year. The difference is we have wind enhanced risk, so level 3 out of 5 on our threat scale. Numerous severe storms are expected. We're going to have much more on this forecast coming up in just about 10 minutes.
Riley, thanks very much. We're getting new developments in that school fight at Aiken High School last week. The school district now saying the knife found after the brawl may have caused the injuries during the fight, and that is different from what we heard last Thursday. Last week, public safety thought the knife was not used in it, and today Aiken DPS says a student was hurt on his right thigh, possibly by that knife or something else that was sharp. And 4 more students have been charged in the fight, bringing the total now to 10. Since the fight, the school has added new safety measures like weapons detectors, a bag check at all entrances, and more law enforcement.
Also new tonight, Burke County Sheriff Alfonso Williams giving more insight into the challenges his department is facing since his department's budget crisis was revealed. In a letter, he claims the county commission has closed several purchase orders. Now, a lot of vendors they work with are waiting for their payment, he says, including their weapons ammunitions vendor. Some of their impacted services include their Verizon account, their patrol car servicing and repairs. We've reached out to the county manager to learn more about why these orders were closed in the first place. And we also have new details on the GBI investigation involving trading records with the Waynesboro Police Department and Sheriff Alfonso Williams. The GBI telling us today they have given that case to District Attorney Jared Williams. The GBI confirmed their investigation back in February. Authorities in Waynesboro say they found irregularities in required training records from when Williams allegedly trained Officer Gary Jenkins. Sheriff Alfonso Williams claimed to have trained him but entered the wrong dates for that training. Phone and scheduling records showed the dates when the two claimed it happened did not match up. Waynesboro police also reported the case to Post. Williams claimed in a Facebook post after it happened he had made a clerical error. Now the DA will decide whether to charge Sheriff Williams.
More Richmond County students heading back to class today over at Lucy Laney High School. Students were welcomed back by alumni from the class of 1974. Here's how it went. Students also got drinks and snacks to go along with that warm welcome. Meanwhile, there's a change in school security for magnet, middle, and high schools in Richmond County.
Emergency safety buttons are now in every school across the district. As Audrey Dickerver explains, that's not the only change this year.
Richmond County high school and middle schoolers are back in the classroom, and safety is more important now than ever. Their superintendent says safety is at the top of their priority list. Safety. That's what's really important.
The governor provided a safety grant for the schools in the state of Georgia, and we're proud to implement that grant this year.
Which allows for a few new additions.
We're going to have an upgraded camera system, as well as we purchased Centegix, which is an emergency safety platform, so teachers can depress a button and the front office can come and support them immediately.
It can even alert 911. They will also add more school resource officers. But leaders say you can never be too safe.
We're going to have a weekly safety meeting in which we meet to really discuss the upcoming events. And we think that safety meeting, along with getting all of our SROs and even asking the Sheriff's Department and Marshal's Department to support us, we believe all of those entities will really help improve safety.
And these aren't the only changes happening in the district.
Implemented a differentiated instruction, small group instruction in the classroom, more hands-on to make sure to capture those kids and captivate them in the learning process.
Math class could even look a little different.
Our math teachers have really been working hard to learn different math standards as well as implementation of different strategies that have been provided by the math department.
With the goal to make sure their students can accomplish anything without any worries.
Make sure they get all they need to be instructionally strong to be ready for this real world.
The school says that teachers and staff have been working hard throughout the summer to implement these changes to make sure they're ready for the first day of school and the upcoming school year. In Augusta, Audrey Kerber on your side.
All right, thanks for that, Audrey. A local family looking for closure a year after a mother of four disappeared without a trace. Crystal Anderson's missing persons case turned into a death investigation last August, but her body still has not been found. Crystal's four children had just started the 2022 school year when investigators believe her longtime boyfriend, Tony Berry, kidnapped her. Now they're starting school this year for the first time without their mom.
And meanwhile, investigators are still trying to keep hope alive for any kind of development in her case. Hallie Turner live for us in the newsroom. So, Hallie, what is the latest in Anderson's case?
Yeah, it all hinges back on DNA testing. In the past few months, investigators swapped Crystal's sister, Shadira, and then their mother for DNA to hopefully help identify Crystal's remains if they're found. But even with testing and Tony Berry behind bars facing a murder charge, family says the pain runs even deeper.
People get whatever sentencing they get, it still doesn't make the pain go away. To me, there's no complete justice. It's never going to bring Crystal back.
Instead, it brings a year full of painful first.
I remember going into her house last year when this happened, and she had all of these happy back to school notes on the refrigerator and telling the children that she loved them. This is now another year that, the kids don't have her around.
Unwanted separation from Crystal's four children, now being raised in separate homes by their fathers.
The biggest thing is having them separated. Serenity misses them. She wants to see them all the time. She tells me all the time how she misses her sister because sisters have a bond just like me and Crystal, and they're not too far apart in age.
And for 7-year-old Serenity, the loss of both parents.
She misses both her parents, as sad as it is, but she misses my sister as well as Tony.
Along with the Crystal-sized hole in the hearts of the rest of Crystal's family.
And I hear stories of people who 19 years they haven't found their family members, 10 years they haven't found their family members. You don't want that to be your story. And that's my biggest fear. I don't want to be sitting here 10 years from now talking to you and we still have not found Crystal. I don't want a story to end like that.
And on August 20th, the family will be hosting a balloon release in a candlelight vigil in Columbia, South Carolina, in Crystal's honor, and we plan to be there.
And it's a family that deserves those answers. Hallie in our newsroom tonight. Thank you for that.
New tenants are on the way to the site of the old Aiken Mall, and while construction is far from over, change is on the way. Our Alyssa Lyons breaks down who's moving in.
Well, soon shoppers won't have to drive all the way to Augusta to get the things that they want or maybe some things that they're craving. The developer says that 2 tenants are already promised and more are making their way to Aiken.
Brick by brick, the city of Aiken is getting bigger. Picture it now. This will one day be home to apartments, restaurants, and shopping.
We're looking for retail shops and restaurants that are currently not in Aiken. It's primarily what we're looking for.
Not there now is a tropical smoothie cafe and a chicken salad chick, but soon their doors will open.
We're looking to turn the space over to tenants in the next few months to start their build out, and then it's up to them to complete their space.
Both will have a drive-through. There will be 2 more businesses sharing the space with them.
And you're looking at more retail versus restaurant for that space?
Both. There's probably more restaurant as well.
The next 2 buildings will take up more space, more tenants.
Anywhere from probably 3 to 4 tenants up to 8 tenants. So it just depends on the sizes that different businesses need.
Long says they've reached out to quite a few.
We also have a couple of other restaurants that we're negotiating with currently. We don't have anything signed, but those also came about from just conversations with different real estate brokers in the Southeast.
In Aiken, Alyssa Lyons on your side.
And the next 2 tenants will be announced in the next 60 days. A new park will be a central part of that retail space to connect all the tenants and shoppers together.
Well, for 30 years, a local man has spent his extra time lifting up children with cancer. We're going to catch up with Henry Shear next on this Miracle Monday.
And severe thunderstorms are rolling into the CS area. We're likely going to see a number of them over the next couple of hours. We'll have that full forecast next. 90s all the way through Saturday and Sunday. Those storm chances will be with us most afternoons as well.
Riley, thanks a lot. On this Miracle Monday, we're highlighting a man who's volunteered with the Children's Hospital of Georgia for more than 30 years.
Every summer, you can catch him at Camp Lakeside in Lincolnton, bringing a familiar face to the kids year after year. Our Zana Halliburton shares with us the impact he's made.
Henry Shear is co-owner of T-Bones Steakhouse. T-Bones has volunteered at Camp Rainbow for more than 30 years. Henry is getting ready to move, so organizers with the camp felt it was best to recognize him in a very unexpected but special way.
We appreciate you, and I'm sorry that we got you in the middle of a pickleball game, but we love you, and we are so excited that you have done everything that you have done for Camp Rainbow.
Thank you so much.
Camp Rainbow is a week-long camp for kids with cancer. Henry says the reason he started volunteering is because of Mark Cummings and his brother Jerry Shear. It's now a tradition they have all kept going. One day during the week, they host a teen night for the older kids in the camp to come and eat at T-Bones.
And some of the kids that you see, you want what they got. They're going through all this, and they're just so calm through all the adversity, through all the chemo, and the closer you get to them, hopefully some of that will rub off on me.
Anastasia Fuljum was diagnosed with leukemia last year and is now receiving chemo treatment. She says having people around like Henry means something.
There are good people still here, and even though bad times, there's still good positive things that happen and good people to bring you up.
For counselor Amanda Lord, Camp Rainbow is like home. She started back in 2001 when her brother was coming. She says she enjoys volunteering alongside Henry, and there are so many positives that come out of what they do.
It really gives life more meaning, watching these kids enjoying themselves and being able to just be normal for that brief moment in time. They get to do everything that other children who may not, realize that they get to do all the things that other kids can't do.
Henry says the memories he's made are priceless, and the mark the kids leave is forever.
One of the boys that ended up passing away, he just gave me that zest for life almost, that every day is an important day.
Reporting at Camp Rainbow, Zana Halliburton on your side.
Such amazing life lessons to be learned out there. And Henry says he still plans to come back to Camp Rainbow every summer to volunteer. And this is one of many camps that CHOG hosts during the summer. Doctors and nurses are out there on site to make sure the kids are safe while they get to the business of being a kid.
Henry says he's been inspired. Hopefully some of Henry will rub off on a lot of other people because he's a great example of a volunteer.
You really do get so much more when you give back.
He's given back more than any of us will ever really know. If you want to learn more or donate to this cause, you can head to our website, then search Miracle Monday. Henry, thanks again.
From food to entertainment, new businesses are opening up shop in downtown Augusta. We have more on the entrepreneurial boom next at 6 o'clock.
Protect your money.
Waiting for a check? All night.
So far this year, 18 new businesses have opened their doors in downtown Augusta, and more are on the way.
Craig Allison in downtown Augusta for us with these latest numbers.
From the 13th Street Bridge to just past 5th, from Reynolds to Green, more than 100 businesses have opened up in downtown Augusta in just the past 3 years. Now, while that number has started to decrease a little by little since 2021, business owners are optimistic, including the people here at Pedal Pub that just opened up their bar and patio today. Expanding on business already in motion from last November.
Not only have you seen the bikes rolling down Broad Street, the party on wheels, well, now we have an actual venue for you guys to come in.
Opening a new legacy in the heart of the hometown last week.
Downtown is a great place. We could win any other place in Augusta, but downtown, we saw B's Knees was available, so we wanted this place.
These are just some of the 18 new businesses that have opened up in the Garden City this year, with 15 more and 3 expansions on the way. The Downtown Development Authority says 53 set up shop in 2021, 47 last year, and 36 expected to open up by the end of this year, bringing the recent growth to more than 118 new shops opening up since the pandemic, 136 by the end of this year.
We have had a lot of support, and we thank everyone. A lot of customers and a lot of feedback.
Hey, it's a party every day here. Inside or outside, it don't matter.
While the DDA says it's unclear how many spots sit vacant, they're working on multiple ways to address it in the future.
I love it. So I'm glad everybody's coming out and enjoying it.
The Downtown Development Authority plans to give their presentation to Augusta leaders at tomorrow's committee meetings, where they'll go over a micro-enterprise business center addressing blight and more. In downtown Augusta, Craig Allison on your side.
And on that same topic, the city doing more to clean up downtown Augusta. The Downtown Development Authority partnering with Augusta City Enterprises and a cleanup group supported by business owners. New data says they've cleaned 17,000 blocks, of course, many of those more than once, and they've gotten rid of more than 800 trash bags and spent more than 700 hours overall cleaning. Now the DDA is working with Augusta University to address more blight around the city.
Almost overnight, Subway in the Augusta Exchange is closed. They were right next to Hobby Lobby, but now they're empty and a bare store with no signs sit where it once did. A sign that says, "Sorry, we're closed. Have a nice day," is left behind. Christmas tree shops and Genghis Grill also closed recently nearby, along with Bye Bye Baby, O'Charlie's, and Bed Bath & Beyond. On the other side of the coin, Brand Smart USA and Jim and X Barbecue are coming to that area.
Well, storms have really erupted across the area. The last couple of scans, we got a couple of new severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for Jenkins, Screven, Allendale, portions of Washington and Jefferson County, then also a few strong storms up towards the lake. Another look at the radar and the forecast just after the break. Storms have really erupted across the area. The last couple of scans, we got a couple of new severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for Jenkins, Screven, Allendale, portions of Washington and Jefferson County, then also a few strong storms up towards the lake. Another look at the radar and the forecast just after the break.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
I'm Chip Lewis with Augusta Medicare Specialist. The Medicare enrollment process can be overwhelming. Let us take that burden off your shoulders. We're local and we're here to help. Don't wait till you're 65 to call. Are you 64.com.